Hi, and welcome to another episode of Jadu Lifestyle where you can get a life and live it too. We have our guest, Mr. Terry TBONE Rhodes, with us today, and he's going to share a little bit of what he does and what the project that he's on. I thought it would be really, really nice to have him on here today. So, Terry, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Charlie.
What do you want me to call you? T-Bone or Terry or what?
For people who I've known for a long time, most people know me. They know my whole name, but most people know me as T-Bone. So T-Bone is fine.
Okay, good. Well, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about you.
I am I guess I consider myself a serial entrepreneur. Not that I eat a lot of cereal, but I've had a few projects going, and I got a couple going now that I'm really kind of very passionate about. And I also am a singer. I do film, music. I'm just kind of like renaissancing right now. I've been able to just do the things that I love to do. And somebody told me recently that when you're working and playing and you don't know the difference, that's when you've arrived or you have some sort of success. So just had a lot of projects.
I agree. One of the reasons that we wanted to talk to you is that you have a project going on for veterans. You're a veteran yourself?
Yes, I am. I am a Navy veteran. I was a hospital corpsman in the Navy. And one of the best jobs I had. Unfortunately, I went in as a young man, a little bit hot-headed, and the discipline was, a little bit too much for me. But I managed to last for 4 years. But recently, a partner of mine, another veteran, actually a Vietnam vet, that we've done some projects together before, got together. And we were talking about, because I went to Lowe's, let's say, and when I pulled up in front of Lowe's, they had a parking space that was almost like a handy right up front for veterans, and I thought, wow, that's an awesome idea. I mean, because these days what you hear the most. One of the phrases that you hear the most when it concerns veterans is "thank you for your service," which is like a brand new thing, and this whole new patriotism is really great. And so when I pulled up and I saw that spot, and I said, well, that's great. And then when I went in, there's a daily discount for veterans. And so my partner and I started thinking, it's like, you know what, we're veterans and we don't really even take advantage of all of these opportunities that exist, primarily because we don't know about them. And we thought that it would be a good idea to create a central hub, a website advertising platform for businesses that are veteran and first responder friendly, because the first responders are just as important as those guys that the firefighters and the police officers and EMT, those guys that go out and they risk their life every day for our freedom and for protect us and our security. And so we created a website called Protect Our Warriors. It's POWarriors.com, POWARRIORS.com. And it is a community of businesses that, again, offer some sort of special or some sort of discount to military and first responders. So what we're creating here is a community of those businesses, and then connecting them with those entities, the armed forces, firefighters, police officers, and EMS. And it's going well. I mean, we've got a lot of businesses signed up. We actually just signed an Amish place here in Sarasota called Yoder's this weekend, and for me that was a huge accomplishment. We got Banco ZK, we've got the Parkwood Dental. We've got a lot of very good solid businesses that have signed up, and so we're connecting through our VFW contacts and all the other entities that have connections with veterans and or police officers and firefighters and EMS, those two communities. And that's kind of like the gist of it.
Okay, so how long have you been rolling now with that?
Well, interestingly enough, my partner John introduced it to me a little over a year ago, and we were doing another business. I thought it was a great idea at the time, but the other business had our attention. And just recently, we were just talking about something. He brought it up again, and we had some time on our hands, and we said, now's the time. So that was like in November. So we've been up and running now since November. Our website is up. It is functional. Of course, it's going to it'll be tweaked all the time, just like all the rest of all the entities out here. The Facebook, you know how you go on Facebook, and every time you look up, there's another new thing on there. Well, that's what they pay the people to do. So we've got some IT people that are working to upgrade the website, but for now it's great. A business can go on and sign themselves up. I mean, obviously we have people out that are going to sign businesses up, but if a business hears about us, they can actually go onto the website, go to a tab where you can sign your business up, and it'll walk you through it. It has a secure payment system on there, and so so it's functional now, and it's starting to pick up steam.
Okay, now, so do you have categories? Like, can you tell us a little bit about the categories that you have?
Yeah, well, we have I like to call them Googleable, because that's what people do these days. They Google everything. We have just about every category imaginable that is a business or a service. I mean, we've got roofers, we've got home improvement people, we've got, as we said, dentists, we got banks, we got insurance, we've got finances, we've got entertainment, bars and clubs, and and restaurants. So I mean, if you can Google it, we have a category for it, and especially on the business services, because there's so many different types of businesses. If it's something that we don't have that's on our main page, it goes under business services, and when someone is searching for something specifically, because we have a search engine on our website, you can search it and it will come up with a category in that business.
Okay. What are you looking for? Specifics? Anything within a business, or what are you looking for?
Well, I mean, we looking for them all. I mean, there's no specific. If there's a service or business that you have that offers, those entities, the armed forces and first responders, even if you're just friendly, I mean, we don't dictate what discount or what special you have, but I mean, at Yoder's and for those police officers and firefighters and EMS and armed forces that are listening right now, a place like Yoder's has a 20% discount, but up to 50% discount if you come in uniform.
Wow.
So our job here is to expose these businesses to these entities so that them and their families can take advantage of these opportunities. In addition to, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm going to ask you another question in a little bit.
Okay. Well, in addition to that, one of the primary things that we created this thing was to offer these entities the opportunity to make some money. If you got a retired or a disabled armed force or first responder, or even active duty that needs to make a couple extra dollars, you can go out and represent PO warriors, and if you sign up a business, we give you a commission of $100. The cost for businesses to sign up is $2.99. So we're actually giving a third of that membership fee to the person that signs that business up.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you give them an affiliate opportunity also.
Yeah, and that was really why we started. Well, there are two reasons. We found that there was these discounts available, but when you see homeless people, and I hope a bunch of them are veterans and whatever they've served their countries, our first thought was like, well, what kind of job? Because a lot of times if you're in that position, people don't want to hire you because you don't have an address, or you don't have the things that are necessary for them to employ you. So we have opened it up such that we'll take you, and if you don't have an address, you can use our physical address. Well, of course, we'll hire you, but we don't have all those criteria. The thing is, we want to bring you in. We'll give you the tools that are necessary to go out and make some money, and that was kind of like the primary motivation when we started.
Okay, so my next question would be, I know you're local and you're signing up local businesses, and I know the internet is worldwide. So are you planning to expand?
Yes, I'm actually going to North Carolina next week next month actually, and we already started there, but I'm going to go up there to kind of really get it kicked in, and then we'll start closing in the gaps in between. What we are right now, we obviously, we're a couple of guys that had an idea and we started it, and we invested our own capital. When we are conceivably looking for some capital investors such that we can be prepared to go at least nationwide, and of course globally, because our military is obviously globally and businesses are global. So, we are looking at it right now as a national company, but does have some global implications.
Okay, good. That is fantastic. Have you been getting a lot of respondents to your, not just the businesses, but for the veterans themselves? Have you been getting people going on the website? Do you have any way to track the kind of?
Yeah, we use Google Analytics. So
okay.
So every hit is tracked, and it's just like, and it's something that I have mixed feelings about, but it's just like how Facebook and Google and all the rest of the people, with the analytics, you can see the type of person, the age of the person, whatever that comes on, you can see what they're searching for, and you can kind of get a little profile of that person. So ultimately down the road, that will be another aspect of this business, because ad revenue is what it's really all about. The only reason these other companies exist because of ad revenue. And so we will be adding that to our thing. We'll be putting banner ads on our site, because we are right now getting ServPro that's going to be coming on. ServPro is a national company. We've got another company called Homes for Heroes. They're a national company. So we've already got a couple of national companies that we can piggyback off everywhere we go in the United States. We just got to have the sales force to be able to go out there and make it happen.
Okay, now this is basically only for veterans, right? So if the veterans went into a business that advertised with you, they would have to show their credentials?
No, I mean, yeah, they have one of our cards. Anybody that goes out will have a card, and we're making some lanyards that they can wear. But no, it's not really just for veterans. It started out that way, but I mean, why? Again, when you're in business, you have to ask yourself, why would you limit your opportunity? So if there's somebody that is a relative of a service person or a first responder, or it's just supportive of it. We're not gonna turn anybody away that wants to make some money, because I'd rather have the efforts of 1% of the efforts of 100 people than 100% of my own efforts. So,
right. I understand. Okay, so
it's open.
It's open right now for a person can go on your website. Can you give us the website again?
Yeah, it is. I'll spell it out. It is POWARRIORS.com, POWarriors.com. And a person go on there. There's a tab on there that says join our team. Those are for people that are interested to joining us and going out and getting membership. It's a simple tab. You put in your name and your name, your email address, and contact information, and then we get back to you and we set up either a phone or in-person interview, and then we give you the stuff to get you out there.
Okay. What population, or do you have any idea of how big the population is with respect to veterans here in Sarasota, Bradenton area?
Yeah, 20,000. There are 20,000. That's in the Bradenton, Sarasota area alone. That doesn't include Venice. Tampa Bay is probably, I think they said there was about 200,000. But I mean, there's ample businesses and ample amount of veterans and first responders.
Okay. Definitely, we know the first responders. The veterans, we know some of them, because of their situation, travel to different states and things like that. So, it's difficult to keep track of the numbers here. But that is fantastic that you're offering something for the veterans. They go through so much.
Yes. And as I said, as a veteran, especially my partner, when he came back during the Vietnam era, they were considered baby killers, and people were spitting on them, and they were just guys that were forced to serve and go into a war that they didn't really have anything to do with. But now, lately, I guess since the Gulf War and all that, there is a new sense of patriotism